Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the data challenges of moving to Agentforce Revenue Management and how to address them. This also covers config and metadata. Let's start with a quick overview of what Agentforce Revenue Management is. Agentforce Revenue Management is a Salesforce solution designed specifically for end-to-end revenue processes. It allows you to centrally manage actions in the entire lead-to-cash cycle, such as managing leads, opportunities, quotes, contracts, orders, fulfillment, and invoices. Information that used to be scattered across multiple systems or folders becomes organized and consistent. The system supports flexible pricing and streamlined quote-to-contract workflows, reducing the amount of manual, complicated work that sales and operations teams previously had to handle by hand. Additionally, AI agents can take over part of the quoting and contract tasks, allowing team members to focus on more productive and strategic work. The key functionalities of Agentforce Revenue Management are Product Catalog Management, CPQ, Contract Management, Asset Management, and Billing. So, what kinds of data-related challenges can you expect when implementing Agentforce Revenue Management? Let's look at a typical scenario, migrating from Agentforce Sales to Agentforce Revenue Management. First, the difference in data models. Agentforce Revenue Management has a unique object structure, one that differs significantly from Agentforce Sales and many legacy systems. Because of this, if any required objects or fields are missing in the target org, they must be created. Even then, data migration isn't as simple as mapping objects one-to-one. In many cases, a single object in the old system needs to be split into multiple objects in the new one. In other situations, the opposite occurs. Several objects must be consolidated into one. You may also need to apply additional conditions that determine which records should or shouldn't be migrated. All of these requirements make the migration process more complex. And the more complex the steps, the harder it becomes for the migration team to execute everything manually without mistakes. The risk of human error inevitably increases. Next, the problem of time. Systems like Agentforce Revenue Management, which support highly sophisticated processes, tend to use a large number of objects. If you migrate data one object at a time, accounts first, then contacts, then the next object, and so on, the process can take an enormous amount of time. At that pace, the person in charge might end up retiring before the migration finishes. To avoid that, you need to reduce the number of manual steps and dramatically speed up the migration process. And finally, data quality. This issue isn't unique to Agentforce Revenue Management, but it's extremely common in any data migration project. You may find invalid email addresses, contact birthdays set far in the future, required fields that are inexplicably blank, or duplicate orders with the same order ID. Before the final cut over, all of these incomplete or inconsistent records must be identified and corrected. Without addressing data quality, even the best designed migration can fail. Conem's Transition Cloud, abbreviated as CTC, is an all-in-one data journey platform for a smooth transition of enterprise apps. It offers powerful features that help address these challenges. The first challenge we talked about is the complexity of the Agentforce Revenue Management data model and the fact that it doesn't map one-to-one with the source system. CTC solves this problem through its automated readiness assessment, metadata matching, object mapping, and field mapping capabilities, features that help modernize software smoothly by giving teams full control over the migration. With the readiness assessment, the tool visualizes the data models of both the source and target systems. This helps project members scope the migration, design the right mapping before they begin. After the readiness assessment has been performed, you can identify the missing objects and fields using the metadata matching feature and transfer them into the destination org. Once the mapping plan and destination data model are ready, the object mapping can be set up in CTC. Not only does it support one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-one object mappings, but it also allows you to use formulas to build even more flexible mapping rules. Field mapping is just as intuitive. The UI lets you handle all required data transformations, and even relation fields can be configured in just a few clicks. Because the system can handle complex transformation logic automatically, there's no need for teams to manually edit data in Excel. CTC helps level up implementation quality and significantly reduce human error. The second challenge is the inefficiency caused by the large number of migration steps. Exporting accounts, importing them, exporting contacts, importing them, doing this object by object takes an enormous amount of time. And depending on the approach or tool you use, there may even be limits on how much data can be processed at once, which further increases the number of runs required. CTC solves this as well. Users can execute multiple exports in a single batch, and the same goes for imports, or any combination of them. If any export or import fails, you can automatically just rerun the failed portions instead of repeating the entire job. Imagine a future where migrating 5 objects doesn't require 5 separate exports and imports, but just one flow to complete the entire job. That's the level of efficiency that we enable. The final challenge is data quality. CTC can help in many ways. It can apply validation rules on its side, preventing invalid records from ever being migrated. You can also use conversion mode to run a preview check, verifying errors without actually loading any data. For duplicate detection, the system uses fields designated by the user as unique keys to prevent records from being inserted more than once. These capabilities not only improve accuracy, but also ensure your data is ready for AI, supporting future automation and analytics initiatives. By using these capabilities, you can solve for the complex data model of Agentforce revenue management and smoothly succeed with your data journey. Additional features such as error handling and job scheduling support a seamless transition. In addition to all of this, the dashboards in the KONEMIS Performance Cockpit provide real-time visual insights into the progress of your data migration. This helps project managers monitor the status of the migration at a glance and supports informed and fast decision-making throughout the entire project. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, subscribe to our channel for more helpful information on giving data wings. For more details on our Data Journey platform, visit our website or contact us through the links in the video description.